Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Alps Panorama at the Northern Sea here in Farming Simulator 19. Why this one is so sensitive? It does, it feels particularly sensitive. Like, much more so than usual when I'm steering, which is a little bit odd. Quite sure what's going on with that, but never mind. Right, we'll bring you up to here. You're ready to go. I'm not going to start you yet, because I'd actually like to see what happens with that one. You are doing a wonderful job as well. Yes, you're missing stuff on the corners, but quite frankly, I'm not too concerned about that. I'll get to you in a minute. You down here are finished. I'm going to manually do this last bit all by myself. And that one back round. We've got 8,000 litres in the tank. And we have finished the harvest on this field. Ladies and gentlemen, this field is now done. The barley harvest is finished. There it is. The last of the barley harvest. Let's zoom out a little bit. Victory pose. There we go. Victory pose. Absolutely wonderful. So what we've got to do is we've got to take this one back to the yard. We've got to change over headers, and then we've got to start the corn over there, and that is actually ready to harvest, I believe. So let's just double check. No, it's not. Okay, that was not ready to harvest yet. It's only early autumn. I'm assuming that mid-autumn is when that one is going to be. Right, work tool number 2. Work tool needs to be unloaded, so we've got to go and do that ourselves. So I'm just going to leave that one there a second, and I'm going to go over to said work tool. And go to you. Right, so I gotta do that. Stop driver. Start course at current waypoint. Oh, wait a minute. Current waypoint. It says 316. Current waypoint. So if I take this one now, and I drive, so it's 316 of 1,405 waypoints that have been mapped out across this whole field. So I run this one down this way. And we're going to go straight across the fields on this one. That's something that does happen quite a lot in real-life farming. You go straight across the fields, although that's a bit of a rough patch there to be going quite that fast. Frith, slow down a little bit. Bit of respect for your machinery. And we bring this one in around here. We get this one unloaded. And we drive back to the edge of field 3. Because I'm curious if it's going to drive all the way across and then unload on that bit. And how it's going to do it. Whether it's going to go back to current waypoint 316. And would it even start that from here? Is it going to try and drive in a straight line? Well, I don't want to start it from here. The straight line is just going to drive into a wall or something equally ridiculously daft, which we don't want it to do. So we get this unloaded and we'll go over into the middle of field 3. So that it's over there and ready to go. And then once we get over there, I'm not going to give it a straight line view of where I want it to go. I'm going to bring it over to the edge of the field over here. Now, 316. So I'll bring it to there. Current waypoint. So next nearest waypoint, I'd have to manually drive back over there. So then if I go drive course like that. No, it's now switched over to there. So stop driver. Start course at next closest, nearest, first waypoint, current waypoint. I think I would just have to drive over near it somewhere in order for it to do that. So current waypoint number 4. Right there. If I bring that over, is that what current waypoint is? I know I've been sent an update for this one that I haven't actually installed. So it might be that. There may be an issue with it. Right, now he's trying to go off somewhere else. It looks like, no, field 3. He was going to go for waypoint 3 there. So next closest, nearest waypoint. Next closest. So I go there. Drive course. That's carrying on from this point. And it's picking it up. So, I mean, that's so long as we've got it doing what we want it to do. But which waypoint it chooses seems to be a little tiny bit of a mystery there. Quite sure how it decides which one is the right one. Never mind. We'll leave it go. So you, I don't want to do anything to. And you are well on your way to finishing doing the mowing over here. And we've got a saved course on here. Unnamed mow is what we called it. You can just sit there, actually. Let's get this combine off the field. If I get the combine off the field a minute, then I'll be able to get going with the Challenger and the rake. And then once the Challenger and the rake have started, then I can deal with this combine in a little bit more detail. So I do want to lower that one down. And I want to bring that in like that. Because I've got another... We've got the header trailer over there. So we're going to unload the header. And then I'm going to need to go and get another header... or the other header, and we're going to bring that one back and get that one loaded as well. I think that one's still over at the dealership, isn't it? The corn header? Quite sure. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. You bring you over to here. That's all we need to do, and fold you up. There. So you can be folded up. You're ready for transport. Haven't got the auger stuck right out behind us, a really long way now. We'll be able to get under the trees. Well, get under some of the trees. I mean, it is a monstrous great big combine. Start you up. This one can go out onto the road over here, so this one's out on the edge as well. I just need it to be out of the way of the Challenger at the moment, and we can get the Challenger started, and then we can come back and we can worry about these other bits. Yeah, you know what? Just stop you there for a minute. And you're done. You can stay there. You're doing a magnificent job. New Holland Challenger. Right. Next job on the cards. Let's get this one unfolded. Bring you out here. Now, I'm going to start this one like this. And start it from about here somewhere. I'm going to back this one out. Now, this is current field. I don't have any Courseplay courses loaded for this field. Right? We've got nothing loaded for on here at the moment. So I got that one spread out. And the first thing I want to do is I want to check what the actual width of the machine is. Windrower right there. And we've got various different ones. That is 18 meters width on there. So let's go here. Now, I want field work right here, course generation, calculate current field's edge path. Now, if we have a look in the map, we don't actually have a field numbered on here. There's no field numbered on here. So we've got a field 5 over there. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I've got a 6 over there for that one. So we're going to call this field 7. Although field 6 will be disappearing. But this can be field 7. That one there, after this one's disappeared. This one over here can be field 6. So this is going to be field 7. We'll call this field 7. Calculate current field's edge path. I've done that. Now I want to assign field edge path number 7. Add field 7's edge path to list. There. So now I've got that one saved as a permanent thing. So then I can go to course generation in here. Currently loaded course. Field 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, sorry, and 7. There's field 7. I've got that one. Headland on here. Headland passes. I'm going to want 2 passes with this huge, great big rake. Start work on the up and down rows. Headland will go clockwise, the same as usual. Headland corners will be smooth with this one. I won't try and do turns with this one. Skip rows. No, we don't need to skip rows with this. This is a huge, great, big, wide machine. This is 19 meters there. I thought it said 18 meters. Back. Hang on a minute. Let's go and have a look. Windrow. 18 meters according to that one. Right, well, we'll run it at 18 meters then, considering that's what it says. So we need to go back into our course generation. I've set that on 18 meters, despite that saying 19. I think 18 will be okay. And skip rows, I'm not going to skip rows. I'm hoping that's going to be alright. Actually, no, we will skip 1 row. We'll do that. We'll skip 1 row. Just I think that's going to end up ultimately being a little bit easier. We've got the headland passes. We're starting work on the up and down rows. There's nothing else I need to do apart from generate the field course. Island. Island. We've got an island in the middle. How do we... Oh. Bypass islands. Simple. Circle. Right. Circle. Generate field course. Why is it not... do I need to get rid of the... How do I cancel the field course? Oh, it's done it again. Right, there we go. It's now done the field course. We've got a circle going around that one. That's going to be interesting to see how it copes with that. It's going to be very interesting to see how it copes with that one. But I've got a field course here, so I'm going to save this course. We're going to go field 7. Field 7. Rake. Okay. I'll save that. And... First waypoint. Start driving. I'm going to have all of the lines showing for a minute because I want to see what it's doing with it. And then I'm going to go drive course. Right. It's going to drive the course. It's got to go and it's going to do the it's going to do the land work first before it starts doing the headland work. So where's it going? Oh, right down to the other end of the field for its first bit. So it's going to travel all the way down there and then start. And it's going to start straight away on the land work. And looking at the distance, I really don't think I needed to do every other run. But I don't regret that decision. I think that is ultimately going to work out all right for us. I don't think it's going to cause us any problems. So you're going to come down to here. But you need to be able to turn round so that you can start on that bit. Are you going to actually be able to get round onto there? Right, well that's not a good start. It's alright, I suppose. It is doing what we want it to do. And it's doing it in straight lines as well. It is keeping the straight lines. And I'm hoping that when it goes round and does the 2 rounds around the outside, it'll tidy that bit up. That's the whole idea. This is why so many people said, when you do this, do the land work first, and then go over and do the headlands second with Courseplay. Because, well, that's what we do anyway. When you're manually doing it, you do that anyway. You go, and well, I always do 1 round around the outside. Then I do the land work, and then I do 1 more round for the second round around the outside, which sort of just finishes things off quite nicely. The second round on here, not really sure how that's going to work out with this. It could be interesting to see. And the rake is not picking up the... It doesn't pick it up all that well on here. It does it all right. Let's go to settings a minute. Turn speed at 6 miles an hour. And I go up to 8 miles an hour, I think, on there. That's just going to speed it up a little bit. Now, looking at that... Well, we'll come back to that one. We can keep a close eye on it. We come back to it and see how it's doing. I want to go to... Not you. I don't want these. That's the one that I want. Right, so then I can go to here and I can go to stop driver. Like that. We're on 776 right over on this end. We are starting on the land work. And that's over here. It's literally just started on that run right there. We shouldn't have any problem being able to do that one. So, once again, we're going to go herring off to the thingy down this side. Bounce over the track over there. Come down to here and unload. It's the rake. The rake is the one that I most want to watch at the moment. Sort of want to see how that one's getting on. So I'm just going to bring you to there. And that one can do just fine there. Yeah. You're doing alright there. So you carry on and do what you're going to do. And this one right here, I want to get this grain under cover. Actually, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to lower that one down there, and then I'm going to unhitch that one. This tractor, I'm going to run this one back to the yard. And fold that one up. pulls in together like that. So we'll take this one back to the yard, and we'll leave it there for a minute. I haven't yet decided if I'm going to use this tractor-trailer setup for the next bit. Oops. Right. Apparently it only stays in the up position when it's doing that. Right. Zerion has reached the end of its track. That's good. That one's keeping going. And then there is the case. And that's the one that I want to be watching. No, I think it's going to be alright this time. It's going around the island in the middle. That's what I'm a little bit concerned about, is whether or not it's been able to correctly identify exactly where that island is going. Because if it hasn't, then we've got a little bit of an issue with it. We're going to have to do some work on there somewhere. So I just want to bring this one in so that I can make sure that we'll easily be able to get the baler going with this one. So long as it's back here somewhere. Doesn't really matter. Okay, so you can stop there a second. Let's go back and see. The class should be alright. The class, the cat should be alright. The Challenger. Not cat. Is Challenger cat? Are they? They're not the same, are they? They're not. Are they the same company or not? I'm not actually sure. I feel this is something I should know, but I currently I can't. I'm not quite sure if they are the same company or not. That's gonna bug me now. Are they the same company or not? Right, so if I go to there, I should, in theory, just be able to go drive course. Yes. Excellent. That's just going to carry on there with the same bit of the same course right there without making any changes. And you... This pass here, it's going to be alright. And then on the next pass, it does need to... So where does it decide to lift out and go around the outside round on that ring right there? When does it make that decision to go around there? So it comes up to here, and then the next one goes pretty close to the edge of that ring. But when does it make that decision to go up there and go round it? And is it going to do a neat and tidy job of it as well? Because I don't think it classes that as... by the look of it here, it doesn't class that as anything to do with... Wait, now what are you doing? Oh, it's turning around to line up with that one, isn't it? Yeah, I don't think it classes that as part of the headland, going around that bit. It's coming up there. It seems to be doing what it should be doing. Sort of. Struggling a little bit. It's got that bit. And then it gets to here. So it's not... Is it going to go round the outside edge? Not at the moment. No, it looks... Oh, I see. Right. That's when it next comes back through. It's going to do that. So while I'm waiting just a minute, we're going to go back through machinery again. You down here. I can go stop driver. And I can do... Actually, I can just clear current course. I don't even need that one. I will back that up a little bit and just start that one up. Put that down through there. Stop that one. And we're done with the Zerion. So I can put the Zerion away. I'm not actually going to put it completely away at the minute. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drive it back to the yard. And I'm going to... hose it off and do some repair work on it. It's only 17.6% damaged at the moment. Wear and tear on it. But I do want that one ready there for doing a little bit of hosing off, same as the other tractor. So we'll leave that one there. That one's brought back to the yard now. This one, it can stay there. I'm going to go and hitch in that trailer. Where is that Challenger? It's at the other end, I think, turning round at the moment. Don't drive on the field. The whole point of this was I wasn't driving on the field with the truck. So let's not forget that, shall we? Bring you over this side. And down here, grab that trailer. There we go. I do have to spin round a little bit. And spin you round a little bit more. Like that. Back up and done. Right. We've got our final load right here. Where is... Oh, there's the Courseplay one. He's now heading up across the field, and he's going to be heading straight towards the island in the middle. So I'm going to bring you up to there. It's far enough. And I'm going to go over and I'm going to have a look at it. Here we go. This is the one that I want. Now, what are you going to do here? This is the interesting bit. I like the Challenger coming up through here with the rake. It's actually quite a good combination. It looks good as it travels up across this field. I'm hoping that once we've gone through and done the missed rows, it's going to look pretty good with that as well. Now, this is the bit. What's it going to do now with this? Does it just drive around? And how much does it drive around? It's pulling in off the edge a little bit. That might be because I got it on... Well, no, I got it on 18 meters because that's how big the shop said this machine was. It's trailing a bit. It looks like it's trying to... Actually, I don't know what it's trying to do. Really quite unsure about what it's trying to do at the moment. I suspect it's going to end up leaving this a bit messy. And the sharp turns on this aren't exactly inspiring me with a lot of confidence. It's sort of doing it. Yeah, I think it's because it's articulated. It is struggling a little bit with the fact that this machine is articulated. That, I think, is sort of the root cause of this problem. Round over to there. And now what's it going to do? It's come out there, like that. It's going to follow the exact same course now. Yes. Right. It is following the exact same course that it was following before. So it's not hit the trees. But what's it going to do for the rest of these turns and corners and stuff here? This is the bit that I'm a little bit concerned about. Now where you... Oh. It's that one over there. It's leaving it down on the ground, so it is going to be slightly messy. But at the same time, I don't think we're going to have to worry about that too much because the baler will follow the same course. It's just whether the baler is going to be actually picking all of that stuff up or not. It's going to be interesting to see. Now, to go back over on this one, it's got to go over to there, but it's got to actually travel all the way up to that corner, all the way up there. So is it going to do that? It's taking its time. It's using the 8 mile an hour setting that I put it on. I don't want to go any faster than 8 miles an hour because some of these corners, like they do seem to confuse it a little bit, and I think if I go any faster than 8 miles an hour, it could potentially cause some problems for it. So I'd rather I didn't do anything that was unnecessary and was going to confuse it any more than it's already getting confused. Because it does seem to be a little bit confused at times with some of these things. Hopefully it'll be alright. Now bring you up through here. So, I mean, this run here, it shouldn't have a problem. It's when it comes back through and starts doing some more work with going around that island. This bit right here on the island, I don't think it's going to be an issue for it. And I like having the island there because it does present some additional challenge to the game, doesn't it? And a lot of farms have got those kinds of islands on them, so I don't want to get rid of it just because I think it's going to make life difficult for me. I'd like to keep it there, but then it's things like this that don't help matters, do they? And also, when we come onto this with the baler, we could have some slight additional problems because of it, you know, leaving bales behind it on that bit. And yeah, that's one that I'm slightly concerned about. I mean, I am going to be also picking up the bales with an autoloader, so we will have to keep a bit of an eye on it and see what it does, because we'll do the outside rounds with the autoloader. And what I might do is just come up and manually go round that inside round there with the baler, and then once I've done that, it should be alright to go through it all later on with this one like this. Should be. Now, the rest of that should be alright. I don't think there's going to be any problems there. So we can go on to an exit. You're done. You're done for a minute. You we need to put away. You I want to drive back to the yard, but I do just want to check on this one. You've got 80% done in here, and it's now picking up the big rows. Oh, this is the last one right here, and then it's going to go right down the other end of the field, and it's going to start the last pass across the field. Okay, you're doing just fine. Need to worry about you. So you're the next one that I want to do some work with. I want to take you back to the yard, and we can see exactly how much grain we've got. We should have a massive amount of grain in our storage in total. I know that we had something like 300,000 litres. We've got 34,000 litres here. What I don't remember is if I did another load in between checking the 300,000 litres. So we're going to have almost 350,000 at least. At least almost 350,000. That should be enough to cope with the chickens. And I'd say it's probably enough to feed the pigs for a minute or two at least. I'm thinking we will sell a few loads of the barley. We're not going to sell all of it, obviously, because we are going to want some for our pigs. And if the pigs go well, we could very well end up having 2 lots of pigs. We're going to have 2 lots of cows, so I see no reason why we shouldn't have 2 lots of pigs as well. Let's go for it. Go big or go home is what we're supposed to be doing. And I did originally intend this only to be quite a short series, because I thought we'd get through it quick, but it's shaping up to be a longer series. Personally, I'm enjoying this. I'm really enjoying sort of going through and doing all this. And yeah, we've got the whole Courseplay thing, but I'm starting to get used to it. 334,000 litres of barley in total. That's pretty good, that is. Right, 914 there at Grain Elevator East. We've got a lot of them in the 800s, hovering around 900. So I'm pretty confident that there is going to be a price above... see, we've got above 1,000 right there, 1,025 for wheat. I'm confident that a price will come up for barley that will take us a little ways at least above 1,000 per 1,000 litres. So we're going to hold out for that before we sell anything. Now, this trailer is done and dusted for a minute. So I'm just going to bring this one over here. I'm not going to worry about it for a second. I'm going to leave it there. So there's that bit done. You are travelling and working, so we can leave you. You are travelling and working. I can leave you as well. I don't need to worry about you. It's about to finish up this pass, and it's going to then start working back across the field again. I am thinking that the every other row on this particular one was a mistake, and that we should have just done every row. That would have been better. But live and learn. And so I want to go... It's this one that we're... Well, there's no point in starting the baler yet, because we haven't got anything for the baler to do. So, next job... Let's get this one back to the yard. We get it all unhooked. That one can be ready. And there's not a lot else to do for a minute. Bring you round. Because we've got to wait until tomorrow before we can start harvesting the corn. That's not going to be ready until the middle of autumn. So I'm going to bring this one back down here. Like that. Closer to the tail end of the trailer than the top end of the trailer. And I lower that one down there like that and unhitch. Jumped a little bit. I'm hoping that it was just locking itself in place on there. So I bring you back this way. Work tool needs to be unloaded. Okay, we'll go and do that. That's got to be a priority now. Well, that's about all we've got time for in today's episode, so we're going to go and take a little bit of a break. We need to chill out on the beach, relax, and build up some strength. So while we're doing that, if you've enjoyed the episode, then could you please head down below and give us a like? And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.